Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Raqya Yassin, and in this channel I talk about reminders and or little changes that we can make in our lives that can contribute to living happy life, fulfilling life, and content life, inshallah ta'ala, in this life and the hereafter. As promised, today I want to share with you how last week's challenge went, and I have the results written down here. Let's see how I did. Let's start with the positives first. So let me just recap the last week's challenges and what they were. Challenge number 1 was waking up 5 a.m. and challenge number 2 was mindfulness, trying to be mindful of my actions and my thoughts. Finally, it was to do with being organized and following through my to-do lists. So, how did I do? And was this challenge worth it? So let's see. Number 1, waking up early. So I'm gonna grade myself in terms of progress. So I gave myself a 6%. Okay, what that means is 4 out of 7 days I did manage to wake up around 5 o'clock. When I say around 5 a.m. it means I did actually wake up 5 a.m. but it took me, well, good 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes even half an hour, being lazy and I'm not straight away getting to do what I had planned for that morning. Preparing myself for the day mentally and spiritually part, well, I think I did manage. I could say with that half an hour or 20 minutes or 15 minutes, I used to mentally prepare myself for the day, and the remaining 40 minutes I used to prepare myself spiritually, in that I read Quran, I prayed, I didn't read Quran every day. I said some adhkar and I listened to some soul nourishing lectures. Alhamdulillah. That was my favorite part. And number 2, mindfulness. Well, I have lately been more mindful in prayers, and I've been kind of training myself to be more and more mindful of other things as well, especially people. It was a big challenge to be complete and 100% mindful. So I gave myself a 50%. It is a really good 50% progress. And how I calculated that is basically with I basically built on my being mindful when I'm praying. I topped that up. I intentionally reminded myself that I was in a challenge whenever I was talking to people, doing whatever, trying to be present in the moment, and I was much better at it. I was conscious, my thoughts would drift away here and there, but not as often as before. Well, one thing to keep in mind when being mindful, no pun intended, is that you shouldn't force yourself, but you just bring your thoughts back. Remind yourself what you're doing and where you're at, and that's it. Don't bash yourself for drifting away in your thoughts. So alhamdulillah, that helped me a lot, especially in my prayers. Okay, moving on. And finally, being organized. This one is a disaster, literally, because I have not been organized. I gave myself a 20% because well, first of all, I have not made a to-do list as often as I would like, but I have decluttered And I also made a long-term plan, which hopefully is likely to be successful. So whether this was worth it or not. So to answer my own question, yes, it was worth it because I definitely became more productive. Alhamdulillah. So I have actually made some good plans for my mornings and a good way to start the day. Alhamdulillah for that. And being mindful has also helped me grow my connection with my spirituality and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So alhamdulillah for that as well. And also it encouraged me to continue doing this. And I invite you to do the same or something similar. And please do share your experiences. And thank you so much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.